So just like many of you this week, I celebrated our Independence Day. I guess they got a lot more cheering in the movie Independence Day than I just did. So first off, I hope you all had a wonderful and happy and safe Independence Day this weekend. I myself, I went to a barbecue, I had tons of food, we set off fireworks, biggest show on the block, and of course I wanted to film it. So this video, I'm going to teach you a couple of tips and things that I learned from shooting fireworks, as well as shooting it on the new FX3. And one of the main reasons I wanted to shoot it on this camera was because of the dual native ISO, bringing it all the way up to 12,800 with no noise. It was like it was like seeing the Holy Grail, as well as shooting a lot of this in 4K, 120 frames per second, giving some amazing slow motion footage where I can speed ramp and go whoo, boom, you know, just make some amazing clips for you. And I'm thinking about actually making another short little minute video of just fireworks in 4K, because why not? So one of the things I want to say is don't expose for your highlights. That means the brightest part of the firework. It's like exposing for the sun. If you start exposing for it, it's going to be completely blown out no matter what you do, and then you're going to lose all those nice pretty colors from all the light trails and all the other fireworks and goodness and the smoke going around. You'll lose it all. Some would think that to control that exposure, you'd want to bring it all the way up to f22 so you get everything in focus and you're not dealing with those highlights. But it's really the contrary. You want to go as low as you can. As for me, I shot all of this on a 2.8 G Master 24-70 lens with the ISO set at 12,800. And because I followed the 180 shutter rule, I was shooting at 2/50th of a second to compensate for the 120 frames that I was shooting in. And to make this footage even better, I added on the Moment Cinebloom Filter, which gave a nice roll off to all the highlights of these fireworks. It made the colors just look that much more cinematic. I'm gonna be using the Cinebloom filter a lot. As I mentioned earlier, I shot this all on the FX3 mainly because of that 12,800 ISO with no noise. But it also has a 12.1 megapixel sensor, which makes it stunning in low light. Just remember, when you're shooting at that lower f-stop, like a 1.4, 1.8, 2.8, what have you, just remember that if your camera doesn't have that dual native ISO of 12,800, you're gonna wanna pay attention to your ISO level. So maybe bring it to maybe no more than 3,200, give or take, because you're gonna have to watch out for that increasing ISO and then that noise. That noise is gonna kill you when you get into those higher ISO ranges. So just keep that in mind. And last but not least, a tripod. A tripod is key to keeping these shots completely stable in the environmental shot that you're trying to frame. For me, I use the Peak Design travel tripod because this tripod goes with me everywhere. It is the most sleek, sturdy tripod that I've ever owned. I never thought I would get it, but I got it, and it makes a hell of a difference. But having your camera filming on a tripod, it also frees you up to photograph the fireworks with another camera if you have it, and if that's what you choose to do. It gives you the options to do both, as well as setting up the frame of your scene. For me, I was at a family barbecue in the middle of the street, so I didn't really have the epic location of a beach or a downtown cityscape or a mountain range to shoot these fireworks. So if you have the tripod and you have those locations available to you, then you can set up your camera and frame it out. So you have the beach, the water with the fireworks, and this nice rule of thirds frame. Having a tree in front or some people here. Me, I had to resort to shooting directly up at a high angle and just getting the fireworks in the sky because I did not have much of a choice. I didn't want to shoot everybody's house and, you know, kids in the streets and people's cars with license plates. I didn't want any of that in my footage. So for this situation, I had to shoot directly up. But it's a great thing to have a tripod, and it just frees you up to do everything that you want to do, as well as freeing you up to watch the fireworks yourself. So that's it for today's video. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell icon that'll let you know whenever I put out a new video for you. So I will see you, oh, and hit that like button. It really, really helps me out. So I will see you on the next video.